The Living Dex Hardcore Nuzlocke. This is the Pokemon challenge where I nuzlocke through the main series Pokemon games with the goal of completing the Living Dex in Pokemon Home. We did it last time. We beat Pokemon Blue, and now we're going to move on with Pokemon Yellow. Now let me get off this screen because it does replay the thing and there'll be different songs and all that there. We just want to be on this screen quickly. So we're going to continue in Yellow. Now I have had a bit of a realization. Let me show you this. So these are the missing entries for Gen 1 Pokemon. Now gender differences haven't been introduced until Gen 4. So when I play Fire Red and Leaf Green, these are the only Pokemon I can catch in Yellow, Fire Red and Leaf Green. Well, I know in Fire Red and Leaf Green you do eventually get to the Sevi Islands, but I need to use these to get to the Sevi Islands, which I believe is after badge 6. So I have to make sure that I have HM users. Like, I need to be able to use Cut, I need to be able to use Strength, I need to be able to use Surf. And yeah, it's gonna start to get tough with the numbers. Now a lot of these Pokemon I won't be able to obtain. I've mapped out the 45, well I think there's technically 46 locations in Gen 1 to catch Pokemon, and I've already eliminated 9 routes where I can't catch a Pokemon because we've already caught them in Blue or in Red, and we've caught the whole evolutionary line, so we can't catch any Pokemon already on 9 routes. And then there's a further, I think it's 7 or 8 routes where there's duplicates, so I can encounter Oddish and Bellsprout on about 6 routes, but nothing else. So if I fail them, I have a route to re-encounter them and re-attempt them. But yeah, there's going to be a lot less Pokemon caught in Pokemon Yellow, and also I have to somehow ensure that I have... Now Fly doesn't really matter, you can get around without Fly, it's just very slow and annoying. But yeah, I have to make sure that I have a Surf, Strength, Cut Pokemon remaining. What's the last one? Flash doesn't really matter either, you can do without Flash. Although the gameplay will look very dark if I do it without Flash in Rock Tunnel. But you can do without that one. But you need Cut, you need Surf, and you need Strength to complete the game. So I have to make sure that I leave Pokemon for Fire Red and Leaf Green that I can use there. Now obviously Eevee is going to be great for that. We can use Vaporeon on the Surf. I think Vaporeon might be able to use Strength too. Then in Leaf Green I'm probably going to pick Squirtle as the starter, since we haven't picked it as a starter yet. So that'll be able to use Surf and Strength. But yeah, I have to make sure that I have Cut users, because if I don't have any Cut users remaining, I'm going to be in trouble. And I'm guaranteed a Sandshrew encounter, so that'll be off the list. The female Nidoran line's going to be off the list. I'm going to catch one of the male Nidoran evolutionary line as well in this game, guaranteed, if I don't fail it, of course. Yeah, there's not a lot of early game Pokemon left, and you need Cut pretty early. You need Cut after Vermilion, so all the way to Vermilion. Oh boy, it's going to be tough in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I suppose the starters can learn Cut as well. And since what are we playing? Fire Red. I picked Bulbasaur in Fire Red, so it'll be able to use Cut. Leaf Green, I'll be using Squirtle, but Squirtle I don't think can learn Cut, so we're gonna have to, like, it's gonna be really difficult. And then also I'm gonna play Silver, Gold, and Crystal before those games as well, and Ruby and Sapphire. So I don't know how many of these Pokemon are going to be left, but this is all I have to work with in Fire Red and Leaf Green until we reach the Sevi Islands. I think even on the first few Sevi Islands you can only encounter Gen 1 Pokemon. It's only after you've defeated the Elite Four that you get access to later Gen Pokemon. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I just realized the Team Rocket Pokemon aren't obtainable in Yellow. So Persian could use Cut, and Meowth is a early game encounter. I don't know if Clefairy can use Cut. We'd have to get real lucky to get a Clefairy in Yellow. Oh, but I think we're almost... I think you're guaranteed a Clefairy in Mount Moon in Gen 2, aren't you? Oh, I don't know. I don't... Like, I should be thinking about it. And... yeah, I have to make sure that I leave Pokemon for those games, because it is in the rules. If I can't use a HM, I have to restart the game. And if I get locked into that situation, I might have to restart the whole challenge and start off with red again. We'll have to see what we do. But yeah, I can't see a lot of Cut users on there already, and I'm quite worried. And we're guaranteed a Sandshrew almost. Like, the amount of times, the amount of routes you can encounter Sandshrew on, and we're going to get a Sandslash. Well, it's going to be a Jeopardy Pokemon Sandshrew. So yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but we'll have to make it through. And once we get to Gen 4, then I think things will get a little easier with the selection, since what do you call it? Gender differences and form differences have been introduced by then. Well, technically form differences are introduced in Gen 2 already, but yeah, there's not a lot of them with it until then. Right, so I just wanted to show you that. Let's take a look at the options to make sure that they are text speed fast. Animation, we would prefer to be off. Battle style set. Sound mono, that's alright. And print, we're not going to print anything. Right, let's get into it. Let's play Pokemon Yellow. So I think I go and pick Eevee, and then Gary comes and pushes me away, doesn't he? Because he wants the Pokemon. Yeah, I want this Pokemon. Gary snatched the Pokemon. I want this one, but oh, alright then. That Pokemon is yours. I was going to give you one anyway. Yellow, come over here. Right. So, Professor Oak is gonna gift us the Pikachu that he just caught in the wild there. So for this game, I have decided to go back to something I intended to do in Red, which was to name the Pokemon after a move that they learn. So I'm gonna have to look up the moves that the Pokemon learn in the game, and then we'll name it after a move that they learn. So now in Yellow, I mean, Thunder Shock's pretty long. I don't think that'll fit. We could name it Bolt, but Thunderbolt isn't 2 words. Slam's weird. We could name it Thunder. It learns Thunder at level 41. Yeah, I think Thunder is going to be the name we're going to give it. So we're going to have to look that up every time. And then hopefully we don't run out of moves. But I think we shouldn't. Also, before I log that in, I'm pretty sure we haven't used Thunder, but I have a nickname checker to make sure I don't utilize duplicate nicknames, and Thunder seems to be alright. We haven't used that yet. It's going to be hard to keep track, which is why I've created a nickname checker. Right, so we have Pikachu. Let's do it. First rival battle against Eevee. Let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Okay, let's battle Gary. Gary wants to fight, and he sends out Eevee. Now, we have a special move already, which is pretty broken, I feel like. This game... Let's see how hard Eevee... Oh, okay, Eevee hits pretty hard. Okay, I thought this was a guaranteed win. But we might be on attempt 2 here pretty quickly. Please use a tail whip or something. Thank you. And then don't use tackle in the next turn, because unless we crit, we don't knock it out. Oh, thank you for using tail whip. It would have been an attempt to immediately. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Right. And Thunder grew to level 6. Very good. And we learned Tail Whip, which is useless for us at the minute. But very good. We beat the rival on the first battle, on the first encounter of the rival. Okay. Our Route 1 encounter for Pokemon Yellow is Pidgey. There we go. Now, Pidgey, we cannot evolve. Also, it's level 6, and Gust is a normal type move. Thankfully, it's fully paralyzed. Now, I don't think it will live a Thunder Shock, so I hope the 13 Pokeballs are enough to catch it. Oh, thank you, thank you. Also, I love that we have a bit of colour in the game after red and blue. There's no colour. So, we caught a Pidgey. Very docile if attacked. I don't know why I'm reading that. We're not doing words in the thing. For nicknames, as we said, we would use attacks that they learn. Now, Gust is pretty much, I feel like, exclusive to Pidgey in Gen 1, isn't it? So we'll do Pidgey Gen 1 Learn Set. Also, what I should probably open up is signature moves. Just so that, you know, we do name it after their signature move if they do have one. So it seems like Pidgey doesn't have a signature move. Let me just scroll through here to make sure that that's true. Yeah, those are Z moves. Okay. There's two types of signature moves. There's ones that are TMs, or well, yeah, ones that are TMs and then ones that are non-TMs. But Pidgey isn't on the list, so another Pokemon must be able to learn Gust. But I think we'll just name it Gust, since it's kind of its signature move, isn't that, for Pidgey? Right, welcome to the Team Gust. Let's move on. So now what we want to do is go to Route 2. So we're going to get our Route 2 encounter first, and again, let's check the map. This is Route 2. So our Route 2 encounter showed up immediately, and it's a male Nidoran. Okay, now we haven't caught any of this evolutionary line yet. I think we'll use one Gust. Hopefully we don't knock it out. No, we don't even get close. I think even a crit won't knock it out. So we'll use another one. Okay, and then we'll switch to Pikachu to use Thunder Wave, just to increase our chances to as high as possible to catch it. Even though the catch rate probably is pretty high for Nidoran. Let's use Thunder Wave to paralyze it. I know paralyzation doesn't do as much to help aid in the catch rate as sleep or even poison, I think, does. But we catch a male Nidoran. Very nice. So, what shall we name the male Nidoran? Okay, let's see if it has a signature move first of all. Looks like it does not. Let me just Control F. No, Nidoran doesn't show up in that article. So we'll go for Nidoran Male Gen 1 Learn Set. And then see, it is the male one, so it learns Horn Attack, Double Kick at level 12, Poison Sting, Horn Drill. Now I think, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's room for 10 letters. Unfortunately, oh, Horn Drill would fit, wouldn't it? 4 space, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, alright, so we'll name it Horn Drill. because that's the move it's famous for in speedruns. Also, let me close this again because I know it changes the lighting on my face, doesn't it, in the camera. So Horn Drill should fit here if I'm not mistaken. Then we want capital letters again. Make sure to hit the right button there and not exit. Oh, that's not an R. Also, why am I looking at the 3DS screen rather than the thing? Right, Horn Drill fits exactly, so that's what we'll name it. Welcome to the team, Horn Drill. Now, our Viridian Forest encounter is a Caterpie. Okay, now you may remember that we caught both a Metapod and a Caterpie in Pokemon Red and Blue, so we have to evolve this before it faints, if we catch it, to a Butterfree. So let's paralyze it, and I'm very worried about attacking it, especially with Pikachu. Although the level 2 Rattatas lived the Thunder Shock. Will a Gust take it out? Gust is a normal type move in Gen 1. Or should we just throw a Pokeball? Maybe we should just throw a Pokeball and see how it does. We caught a level 6 Pidgey this way, so... Okay, yes, we got a Caterpie. Okay. Now, Caterpie doesn't learn a lot of moves. Let me see. String... S-T-R-I-N-G space shot doesn't work out. So... it's going to be named Tackle. Which... You know, was bound to happen. That we're going to have a Pokemon named Tackle, but I believe it only learns those 2 moves. So let's just make sure that that's true. It does learn Bug Bite in later gens, but as I said, we play the games with the knowledge of the games at the time. So we don't want to give them future moves that they learn as their nicknames. Gen 1 learn set, I put that down wrong, and I believe it is only Tackle and String Shot, isn't it? Yeah. So only one name we can give it, which is Tackle. Again, these nickname conventions are really bad. Please, please help out with nicknames down below in the comments. I would be very happy to use any nicknames that are suggested, except for ones that are not safe for work and might be removed by the name checker in Pokemon Bank or even Pokemon Home. So, yeah, any name that I think would be legal. Now, some of them are very, like, I have lost Pokemon. I remember I did, when I was doing this off stream, privately, one time when I was doing a Living Dex challenge, I didn't complete it, but I think I did like anagrams of the names, and I called him Murkrow, and I named it Workrum, because that's like 2 words that are in Murkrow. And I remember that nickname being removed, and I think it was because rum was in it. So I have to be very careful. I think even like Butterfree, if you nickname it Butterfree, it will be or the nickname will be lost, because B-U-T-T is in there, which is ridiculous that happens, but yeah, it is what happens. Now, as with Pokemon Blue, as we did, I want every Pokemon to participate in at least one battle and gain some XP. So for our Route 22 encounter, oh, I didn't show you the Viridian Forest on the map, but it does distinguish on the map. I'll show it when we go back there. So this is Route 22, and we'll lead Pikachu to paralyze and then switch to one of the other Pokemon to weaken whatever our encounter is. And our Route 22 encounter is a Mankey. Okay, now that's surprising. I think that means we will have the chance to catch a Nidorina rather than a female Nidoran. And then we won't have to evolve it, because that's the only one that's missing from the evolutionary line. Now, I want to make sure, first of all, that whatever Pokemon I switch to doesn't knock it out. And then I also, now I can't see the level. What level was it? Was it level 3? You know what I might do? I might just throw a Pokeball again and hope that the paralyzation is enough to catch it. And it is. Okay, great. We caught a Mankey. Let me just check something quickly. Okay, Primeape's on the list. Primeape's there. Okay. So Primeape is a thing. Now what we forgot to do up to now, but we've caught a lot of Pokemon, so I'll do it now after we've caught all of these. So give it a nickname, yes, and then we'll check its learn set for the nickname. As we said, we're going to name them after moves that they learn. Mankey Gen 1 learn set. Also, let's check the signature moves article. If Mankey is in there, it isn't. So, I would love the name Fury Swipes, but unfortunately that would require 11 things. 11. So maybe we name it Low Kick. But Fury, like, would be a very good name because it is like sort of very furious. Thrash. Thrash might be a good name for it. Yeah, maybe we'll name it Thrash. That seems more like what a Primeape or a Mankey would do. Right, Thrash. Now I know that I've not misspelled that, but my paranoia, and I have been incredibly clumsy all morning. I was fumbling everything that I was doing this morning, so I just want to make sure that I'm double checking things that I normally don't double check. But yeah, but just because I've fumbled so many things today, it is weird. Even this intro I've done twice. Until it worked. I was sneezing, coughing, and then I knocked things over, like, yeah, so yeah, but we never started the game. We never got into the game. I was always on the title screen still, and I could feel a sneeze being really close again. Okay, let me just check down this road here, because in Yellow apparently they've added a few encounters, or trainers, not encounters, sorry. I also said in the last part of Blue, or in the second to last part, I said more trainers to catch rather than to battle. I think there's a trainer, but that's Fire Red and Leaf Green, isn't it? Where there's a trainer up here. Now there is only one more trainer left, I believe. Unless they added another one here in Yellow. Right, no Pidgeys, that's good. Also, you can encounter, there's a 1% chance to encounter a Pidgeotto in Pokémon Yellow and Viridian Forest, because I believe Ash catches a Pidgeotto in Viridian Forest, isn't he, in the anime? And it is very much Pokémon Yellow based off of Ash's journey through Kanto. Oh yeah, they did add another trainer here. Now, is Thrash in the shape? Yeah. Now, the PP wise, maybe not. But they've added a few more trainers here, which is nice. That'll speed up the level grind. Okay, Caterpie. Now we know that with a few string shots, and its tackles will do damage, so we might struggle to take out 2 Caterpies, if indeed that is what the trainer has. Yeah. We haven't got a crit on Thrash at all yet, have we? Okay. It does do 4. I didn't realize that. Right, Thrash reaches level 9, should learn Low Kick here. Very good. And then it's a Metapod. Now, do we have enough PP to take this out? Because Low Kick is resisted. But you know what? Oh, with the amount of XP that Metapod gives, we should switch here. Did it just attack us? It didn't, did it? Did it use Harden or did it use Tackle? Because if it used Tackle, I don't really want to switch into Tackle here. Let me see, what did it use? Metapod does use tackle. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to have tackle. Wow, that blew my mind, because in red and blue they don't have tackle, the Metapods. They only have harden. So we are going to switch. I was going to switch to tackle to give it some XP, that's Caterpie. But in this case, we're going to go for Horn Drill. And then we hope that Mankey doesn't overlevel, but with splitting the XP we should be safe. Right, Horn Drill goes to 8 and learns Horn Attack. That's very good, that's very good. So it'll be able to fight for itself a lot better now too. So right now Thrash isn't in the best shape, but we have to start training Tackle. So on our way back to the Pokemon Center, we're going to go and take on the rival now after we heal. We got the 1% encounter. It's going to wreck our team, isn't it? Oh boy, this is going to hit so hard. And we have to use Pikachu. I hope it doesn't give 400 XP. Right, Sand Attack, that's not great. But we're gonna... Should we just try and Thunder Shock it, or should we... Yes, Thunder Wave lands. Just to try and... Oh boy. Now please don't miss. Oh no. The Sand Attack, how much does it do? 9, 8. So a crit. Oh no, 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 no. What a time to encounter the Pidgeotto. Oh boy. We do no damage to it. Oh, flippin' hell. No, and Thrash is not healthy enough to take on this battle. So I have 4 Pokemon. And I should have kept Pidgey in the team to sack it in this situation. I have 4 Pokemon on the team. 2 of them are Jeopardy. Pikachu's in bad health. But I paralyzed the Pidgeotto, so we will outspeed it. But this might be the end of Horn Drill already, because I think we have to hope for it being paralyzed. Right, it isn't. Damn it. And now we have to switch to Thunder. Now it lives on 1. Please don't crit. It didn't crit. Please no Gen 1 miss. Wow, we got the 1% encounter. Tackle grew to level 4. Oh boy. Obviously if Thrash had been at full health, so if I had used the potion and been smart and actually accounted for the 1% encounter, I could have avoided losing Horn Drill there, but as things stand, the male Nidoran has not taken part in many battles, but it has taken part in some. And it did save our run. By us sacrificing it, it did save the run. By us allowing to switch to it and resetting the Sand Attack on, or getting rid of the accuracy debuff that I put on Pikachu, it did essentially save the run. So that's another argument why I think fainted Pokemon should still count towards the Pokédex or Living Dex. Because they played their part. Like, without Horn Drill's participation in that battle, we would have whited out and the attempt would have been done. So that's one reason why I fainted Pokemon I still count towards the Living Dex. And the other one is that I would argue it makes it more difficult. Because the argument was, say in Gen 3, Salamence is a pretty OP Pokemon in Gen 3. So what I could do, if I don't count fainted Pokemon towards the Living Dex, is use Salamence throughout the whole game. You know, catch it, get it, whatever. Use it throughout the whole game. And then faint it intentionally in the champion battle, in the last battle. Like, just make sure, just leave it in, give it a move that it doesn't attack, make sure it faints, and then I can use it in another game again. And it only costs me one encounter that I lose in every game to re-encounter it all the time. So I would say counting fainted Pokemon, first of all, respects their participation in the challenge. Like, without Hornwill's participation in that battle with Pidgeotto, the attempt would have been over. So by not adding it to the Living Dex, we're disrespecting what it did for us in this thing. And then also, as I said, it makes the challenge more difficult, because once we've used the Pokemon, we can never use it again in upcoming games, which makes the upcoming games more difficult. So yeah, I think I was talking about that part, or about that argument in the last part, but I didn't clarify it all the way, and I just wanted to make sure that I did this time. I believe our rival leads a Spearow, but we're going to leave Tackle in the lead here, just in case we get an encounter. We don't. Okay. Now, depending on how you do against the rival, obviously if we lose, we white out and the game's over. But depending on how you do in these battles, the rival evolves his EV into a different evolution. So I think if you lose to him 3 times, he evolves it to a Vaporeon, which obviously makes your battles against him more easy. I think if you lose to him once, he evolves it to a Flareon, and if you beat him every time, it becomes a Jolteon, which obviously resists electric type moves. Right, okay. Let's do rival battle number 2. And there he is in round 2. Hey, Yellow. You're going to Pokemon League? Forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Let's take them on. Don't know, I always want to give him like a New York accent, but I can't do it, so... Yeah, it does lead a Spearow. Thunder, exactly at the level cap. Should Thunder Shock this to Oblivion? Oh, we get a crit. That crit probably mattered with how weak I think our special is. Now, just before we switch here, we're going to make it a little easier on Scratch. We might as well use a Tail Whip as well, just to make sure it one-shots it. And then we're going to switch to Thrash here. And one low kick should hopefully do the job now. We should put low kick at the top. Okay. Very good. Okay, we didn't level up in that battle. Okay, let's take on Brock, the first gym leader of Pokemon Yellow. We've lost the Pokemon already. Let's see if we can make it through here without losing another Pokemon. Right, Geodude should be level 10. Yeah, we have Thrash in the lead. It's a level below the cap. We're just going to low kick this, see how much a tackle by it does. Does quite decent damage. Now with Onix, as I said before the battle, I think we want to use a few Leers. Just in case you see it does outspeed us. Oh, we failed Leer. Yeah, it used Bide. That's why... Are we speed tying? Right, now we don't want to attack it while it's using Bide, which is why we're using 3 Leers, which is why we're using 4 Leers. Now at least unleashed its energy, because we didn't touch it, it doesn't get hurt. Hopefully... Are we speed tying? I don't know. Right, but we one-shot it. Very good. Okay, gym badge number 1 obtained in Pokemon Yellow after the Pidgeotto scare, thankfully. No further losses. That's it, well done. So, our Route 3 encounter is Sandshrew. There we go. Okay. Sandshrew's our Route 3 encounter. Now, will it live a scratch by Thrash? I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it will live a scratch by Thrash. Right, don't low kick it, scratch. It'll actually live multiple. Now let's see, that did 5, so we're safe from a crit. We're gonna scratch it once more. I wasn't expecting that. Right, let's I just trust Metapod's defenses more than I do Pikachu's, so we're gonna switch to Metapod to catch it. We can't paralyze it since it's a ground type, so we're just gonna have to chuck Pokeballs at it and hope that we get it. There we go, Sandshrew. Caught, very good. Welcome to the team, Sandshrew. Now, as I've said, we're gonna name these Pokemon after moves. So let's see if Sandshrew has a signature move. It probably doesn't, but we'll just make sure that it doesn't. No, okay, that's not in there, so let's look up Sandshrew Gen 1 moveset. Let's see, what does it learn? Oh wow, it learns surprising little moves. It learns Scratch, Slash, Poison Sting, Swift, and Fury Swipes. Now Slash, you know, it evolves into Sand Slash, and we have to evolve it into a Sand Slash. So I'm just gonna write it down in the nickname checker to make sure we didn't use Slash yet. And we didn't. Okay, so that's what we're gonna name it. We'll name it Slash. So this is sort of also what we would have probably named it. Oh no, we did have one in blue. And because I streamed that part when we caught it, which is why it had a different name. Okay. I think that's the TM for Mega Kick or Mega Punch. Oh, okay. Our first rock type. Oh, this is our encounter for Mount Moon. This is our encounter for Mount Moon. I almost forgot about that. Imagine we'd have just knocked it out. Because I forgot that we had an encounter. Yeah, because up to now we've only encountered Zubats, and we already caught Zubat and Golbat for the Living Dex in Pokemon Red and Blue. Yeah, those were all they were all dupes claws, so Geodude is our encounter. Now we don't want to low kick it, because that's going to take it out. But what we do want to do is leer it. Oh boy, okay. We just lowered its defense and it boosted its defense. Yeah, this is what we want to see. Oh, it's just boosting its defense again after we drop it. Oh, okay. We're stuck. It's still only at -1, -2. It's at -1 again. So, you know, we're going to use Scratch. It does a bit more than I expected it to do. It is. I think its defense is still lowered by 1. Yeah, that crit didn't help. We're probably gonna have to leave after this encounter. Okay, it's doing 5, so I'm still safe from a crit. But we have to switch now. It actually did 6 that time. We're gonna switch to Tackle and then attempt to catch it with Tackle. Right, as long as it uses Defense Curl, we're in no danger. Let's see if we can catch Geodude, our Mount Moon encounter. There we go. Right, Geodude, welcome to the team. What do we name it? I give it a nickname, yes. Let's see, what does it have? A signature move first of all? Geodude, it doesn't. So we'll look up its learn set. Geodude Gen 1 learn set. Let's see what it learns. Tackle, Rock, Throw. Now that would work. That's with the space, that would be exactly 10 characters. Self and then destruct is more than 6 letters, so that doesn't work. Harden, explosion would work, but we might keep that for a Voltorb in case we encounter one. So I think we'll name it Rock Throw. Which again, you know, please suggest names down below because my naming conventions and names aren't the greatest. So let's go Rock Throw. I hope I didn't miscount there, but throw should only have 5 letters. Throw. There we go, Rock Throw. But this is another Rocket Grunt. And in order not to get in trouble, I think it's best to lead Thrash into this battle. Oh, I didn't think he could spot me on that distance. Thankfully I put him, I thought I'd have to walk one tile further down. Okay, but he did spot me on the steps already. Okay, it's a Zubat in the lead. It does have Supersonic. Not ideal. We know that Pikachu can't even knock out a level 9 with one shot, with one Thunder Shock. And we get confused. We will try to Thunder Shock at once. Look at the damage that we do to ourselves there. Right, I think we can do that. We did 11 total. So we can't crit ourselves. And they did 3 damage. So I think we're good to hurt ourselves one more time in Confusion. Of course we do. Now we're no longer good to hurt ourselves. And it gets a crit too, lovely. So how are we going to deal with this? I think we use Tackle. It's going to take forever to take it out, but... Oh, it knew to use Supersonic first time. Oh, Bug actually doesn't resist Bug. I thought it did. Oh no, we're going to lose this, aren't we? So we're going to String Shot it. Use a Supersonic. And we hurt ourselves in our Confusion again. We're going to try and String Shot it just to slow it down a bit. Confused no more. And then, I know Rock Throw obviously would have a great matchup here, but I want to try and keep the Trainer XP for the Pokemon I actually want to use in the run. So we're going to switch back to Thrash here. Thankfully that missed. And we have to use Scratch because it double resists Low Kick. Right, we're going to switch to Tackle again to offset the Confusion. And then we're going to switch back into Thrash. It's probably going to use Supersonic immediately and confuse us again. Right, thankfully it failed. And I almost hit Low Kick there, which would have done 0 damage. Well, not 0, but close to 0. Okay, so we got rid of the Zubat finally. Hopefully the Rattata that comes out now doesn't outspeed us. And isn't level... Oh, Tackle reached level 10. Yes, that's what we wanted. And it's an Ekans. Okay. So still no Low Kick here. This is where Butterfree would have been great with Confusion. Right, now Poison Sting does a normal, or more what I would expect amount of damage to Thrash than it did against Pikachu earlier on. Okay, we got through this battle. But I do believe we need the Pokemon Center again. So Tackle is evolving, which means we have unjeopardized the Pokemon. Oh, I should probably close this. Right. Very nice. And it learns Confusion, yeah. In Yellow it learns it upon evolution. In Blue it only learns it at level 12. I think here, yeah. Stop right there. Do they actually hold their speech? That Fossil is Team Rockets. Surrender now, prepare to fight. Nah, they don't say it. They don't do their thing, come on. What was it? To protect the world from devastation. Or something that started, I feel like. Oh, if this outspeeds us, Rap's gonna be very bad. Oh, we paralyze it, lovely. Poison Sting's gonna hurt as well. Especially if it poisons us. I want to try and take this out with Pikachu and then switch on Coughing. Okay, so Poison Sting and Rap are going to do more now. Oh, but we one-shot it, lovely. So we're going to switch on Coughing. Ooh, Meowth. Okay, Meowth hits pretty hard, and Thrash isn't in the best shape. Okay, I think the way to do this is to switch to Tackle. We were also leered, which is why I wanted to switch out of that. Because, yeah, it woke up immediately, come on. Right, we land 2 sleep powders in a row, very nice. And now we can safely switch into Thrash, who hopefully with one low kick can take it out. Wow, Meowth outspeeds, so we would have taken 2 attacks if we hadn't put it to sleep first. Oh, and Thrash gains a level, very nice. And it learns Karate Chop, which is a normal type move in Gen 1. And we're gonna have to switch again. And I know we're sort of neglecting Slash right now. But we kinda have to, yeah, we have to make up for that eventually. Now we probably could have taken on some trainers here, because we do have so many Pokemon already. Yeah, because the next battle, well, I suppose we can take on the 2 trainers in Misty's gym. I think I do want at least 16 on Pikachu before we take on the rival. So we're going to take on this rival under leveled as well. But I'd prefer to be under leveled now, because the level caps are really close now. So you have 18 for this rival, then level 20 for the rival on SS Anne, and then 21 for Misty, which are all within 3 levels. And we have all of SS Anne to defeat, because that's Perishable XP. Once the SS Anne leaves, you can't gain the trainer XP that's available on there anymore. So we want to get all of that. And then we have to get into Vermilion as well, where there are a few trainers that you can't skip. Yeah, also, what I wanted to check why I dropped off Pidgey is if we can get Bulbasaur yet or not. Now there is a way apparently to mess this up that you can never get it, but I don't know how that is, so let's see. I take care of injured Pokemon, I nurse this Bulbasaur back to health. It needs a good trainer to take care of it now. So apparently Pikachu isn't happy enough yet. Just gonna do this 5 times. Now let's talk to her again. I know. Would you take care of this Bulbasaur? Like, It's not a glitch. It's not a glitch. It's just bad programming. Right, we obtained Bulbasaur. That's our Cerulean City encounter. What do we name it? Probably Vine Whip. But we'll see if it has a signature move first of all. In Gen 1, of course. Bulbasaur. Right. Right. Apparently in the anime, Bulbasaur's mysterious Garden Ash's Pokédex says Solar Beam is Bulbasaur's most powerful attack, but that's not a, what do you call it, a signature move in that sense. A lot of grass types can learn it. So in that case we'll look up its learn set. Bulbasaur Gen 1 learn set. Let's see. Razor Leaf would also work. But I feel like Vine Whip. We'll name it Vine Whip. I think that's the name to go for here. Again, I genuinely would name the Pokemon after anything in the comments unless it's not safe for work, or I'm sure that the name would be removed by the nickname checker in Pokemon Bank. So please feel free to suggest names in the comments for upcoming Pokemon. Let's get the space and then whip. Don't forget the P. Now, again, because I'm having a bit of a clumsy, fumbly morning, I just want to make sure that I spelt that correctly. Wine Whip, yes. Only 9 characters, very good. So I think we're actually good to take on this rival battle. So let's do it. Right, rival number 2. Or 3, sorry, rival 3. Here, let me see what you caught. Yellow. Right, let's do it. Now, we are underleveled, but intentionally so. So the only thing that can devastate us here is a 5-hit crit Fury attack, and it will probably outspeed us. Oh no, we outspeed it, okay, but we don't knock it out. I was worried about that. Growl, I mean, it's asking to lose. Then I believe Abra is the next Pokemon, or it was anyway in blue and red. We go to level 16. Oh, it's Sandshrew. Okay, but it doesn't have Slash yet. It doesn't have Slash yet, but I wasn't expecting a Sandshrew. This is pretty not good for Pikachu. So I think we switch to Tackle here. Because, first of all, Sleep Powder. Oh. Sand Attack, that's going to make Sleep Powder even more difficult to hit. Okay, it is doing like 7 or 8 per scratch. Let's hope we can land one here. Flip's sake. 7 or 8. I think we're good for one more. Oh boy, right, we just wasted. Oh no, we didn't, because it used Sand Attack. We just can't land the Sleep Powder. We finally land one. Oh boy, that took forever. Now the question is, can we confuse it or get it? Oh yes, okay, we get a crit, lovely. We also confused it, it woke up. So we're gonna switch here. Now I would love to switch into Thrash. But I'm worried what his 4th Pokemon is now. And well, we obviously know Eevee, but probably doesn't have a Rattata. Or is it Abra just coming out later than in the other games? Because I think from this position, with it being confused, our Slash should be able to deal with it, hopefully. Like, we definitely won't fall to one single scratch crit. Yeah, I was thinking that. Unfortunately, we also don't take it out. Now, how much did that do? It did 9. So a crit slash would do about 15 max, I would guess. So we're definitely good to attack once more. It is also confused. Use a sand attack. Right, I was surprised there. I didn't know the rival has Sandshrew in Pokemon Yellow. I forgot about that. And then it is Rattata. And it does have Hyper Fang. So this could be pretty devastating. I think what we do is switch into Thunder. I know the smart idea would probably have been Thrash. But the thing is, if Thrash faints, we need to restart. And we don't want that. So what we're going to do here is use Thunder Wave. It's paralyzed. Oh, okay, we might lose Pikachu here because of the... Wow, Pikachu, you legend! Okay, now we're not in a great situation. We're really not in a great situation here. I wish we hadn't used Tackle to set up on Sandslash. Because if it does this, and if it crits the Hyper Fang now on Thrash, we're done. Look at how much a Tackle does, holy flip. Right, let's use Low Kick and hopefully we flinch it or it gets paralyzed. Oh, we one-shot it, yes, that's even better. Okay, and Eevee shouldn't hit us hard, I don't think. Oh boy, okay, it lived. Tail Whip, great, battle's over. Right, we beat the rival without losing a Pokemon, lovely. Rival 3 defeated, yes. So, Route 24. And this is our encounter for Route 24. I should release my Charmander because I haven't raised it well. If you promise me you'll take care of it, it's yours. Yes. And we get Charmander. Okay. What do we name it? Now let's look up just to be sure if it has a signature move or not. Charmander. Apparently in the anime in episode 25, Charmander's special attack Rage. Ash's Pokedex claims that Rage is its move. So shall we name it Rage or should we name it after a move? Well, it learns Rage through level up. You know what, because it does mention that, we might name it Rage, although will we catch a Pokemon that learns Rage as well? And it might be more fitting. I think we won't. It doesn't look like we will. So yeah, we'll name it Rage just because it is mentioned as a signature move in the anime apparently. So we'll name it Rage. Oh, I should use the nickname checker to make sure we haven't used Rage yet. That could be a word that we might have used already. So just gonna use the checker I have for nicknames to see. Yeah, we haven't used it yet. And the checker is... Oh wait, quick, it isn't working as intended. Let me just make sure that it is. 45, yeah, okay. We haven't used it. So we'll name it Rage. Okay. Our Route 25 encounter is a Bellsprout. Now Bellsprout will be a Jeopardy Pokemon if we catch it, since I believe an Ember won't take it out. Yeah, it didn't. Right, it's Special Rose. Does it have Vine Whip yet? And also, would it live a crit? It just raised its special, so this is going to do less damage. No, it didn't do less damage. It does a Vine Whip. Okay, but we easily live it. So I think we'll switch to Tackle just to eat the damage. Uses Wrap. You know what, we'll put it to sleep just to give us the highest chance possible to catch it. Item, Pokeball, let's see, can we catch Bellsprout? Alright, 25 encounter. And indeed, we do. Very good, so we have Bellsprout. Now I'm starting to regret that we used Vine Whip. But you know what? Bellsprout's more of a razor leafer, is it not? With the leaves that it has. So let's take a look here quickly. Signature moves, does Bellsprout have one? Bellsprout, no. Okay, so then we'll look at the Learn set. Bellsprout Gen 1 Learn set, there we go. And I'm pretty sure Razor Leaf will be on there. Yeah, and I want to keep Acid, which I hope doesn't get removed by the name checker, for Oddish. So we'll name it Razor. Space, then Leaf. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm having a bit of a clumsy day, so I just want to make sure that I spelt it correctly. I'm pretty sure I did, but I just want to make 100% sure that I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So, welcome to the team, Razor Leaf. Yeah, no, we'll just take on the trainer. Right, let's do it. Okay, this is one of the tougher battles in the game as well, unless they made it easier for Yellow, but I don't think they did. Spearow, yeah, as predicted. We're probably going to level up here. Right, it used Leer, so the potion was wasted. But the thing is, with this Leer, I was originally going to use Thunder Wave before I switched out, but because of the Leer, I kinda have to switch into Tackle immediately, because the Hyper Fang would definitely one-shot me if it used Hyper Fang. We're gonna try and put it to sleep. We'll try one more time. Hyper Fang, this is gonna take out Tackle, isn't it? I can't believe we lived on 4 and actually put it to sleep. Now, all we have to hope for is that it doesn't wake up. Right, it's fast asleep still. Oh, we confused it as well. So I'm gonna do something a bit risky here. It might wake up here. It didn't? Okay, it's still fast asleep. So we can low kick this. It does outspeed us. And we missed the low kick. Come on, right, it's awake now. Thankfully we get a crit. Yes. Right, that battle there is always very uncomfortable to get into Vermilion. But we are now in Vermilion with all of our Pokemon other than Nidoran, the male Nidoran, intact, and Tackle did pull through there to live that to get us into Vermilion. Very nice. So as I said, we would save here and we're going to end the part here. It's just about in the middle of how long the videos are that I usually do. But I think we got pretty far there. Yeah, we're going to try and catch Abra in the next part on Route 5 and 6. So I think that's a good place to end. Yeah, and then we'll do the SS Anne. And the next part take on Misty, SS Anne Rival, Misty, then Lieutenant Surge. Or Lieutenant Surge, I should say. Then Rock Tunnel. We'll probably get all the way to Celadon next time. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good goal, Celadon. And then for the third part, take on Giovanni and Erica again. yeah, I think that's the plan for the things. So Pokemon Yellow is well underway. Attempt 1, we haven't lost yet. Still going well. We have plenty of Pokemon still to catch. Again, in case you want to suggest nicknames, these are the Pokemon that are still missing. Now obviously we've caught a few of these already, so those are the Pokemon we're still going to catch in Yellow. If you want to suggest nicknames in general, we're still going to catch them. These are the ones we have already. The ones that are white you can see over there in case you can't identify them. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game, which is why I'm playing it so frequently at the minute. So I hope you're enjoying it too. And yeah, I don't know. I'll leave you with the best of luck, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.